So here we go. Let's go back to this item that we want to relist and make money in the process. All you have to do is just copy this down. All you're pressing is copy. Then you go back to your browser and you're pasting it in. So we're pressing on paste. So copy and paste is the first thing you do. When you go back down here, you press on sell now. I want to sell now, right there. What it's going to do is it's going to create the same listing for you. Yes, that was so easily. It created everything for me. I didn't have to go about and fill up all this, zero work whatsoever. So first thing you want to do is to go and press and change the title just a little bit so it doesn't look the same. Next thing, if you have an online store like I do, just change the categories to reflect the correct one. Now, make sure that you change the category for the category itself if it is in the wrong category. Usually it's going to give you the correct categories. Now, one thing it is missing is the UPC code for this item. Let's go and look if this guy actually fills up the UPC code for us. So here it is, UPC code, and you definitely want to put this in because it's going to make your item being featured a lot better. Next thing you want to go is to go into the listing itself, and you can copy the images. Well, not really. This guy is smart. He went in and he put a few of his things right in here like this. Discount watch too. Oh well, let's go and do the old-fashioned way of getting rid of this, which is taking a screenshot of it. And this is really cheating. You shouldn't, guys, do this unless you're willing to get in trouble by this person. So just be careful if you're doing something like this. It is copy and pasting directly from his images, and they don't like that at all. So we can go in here, take a look if there is any logos in the image, and there is none. So this is might be a stock image, which is okay. And here's another one. This is just a stock image as well. So maybe he didn't even take those images whatsoever. Now, if you want to make sure, I really dislike this one, so I'm not going to even use that. Here is one that definitely uses his logo, so definitely stay away from that one. And this one right here, there's a small logo over here on the bottom. It still looks like a stock image to me, so I think he just posted that logo in there, so I think you could actually use it. Now, if you don't want to take any chances whatsoever, and you always should be careful, just do copy, go over here, press on paste in Google, press on search Google, press on images, and try to find a same exact listing. Look at this. This one is coming from eBay. You can tell where it's coming from. Casio watch parts right here. That's a great image right here. We can just use those. So if you find those images outside of eBay, now you're not risking this much because those are more likely to be stock images, and it's less likely somebody's going to report you for using them. Plus, it has a lot of specifications and information you can go and do copy and paste from. So here are some really nice images of the same exact product. So you see, like a little bit of time that I went and did search, I found amazing images of the same exact product. So two really great images right here that I could actually use. Plus there is probably a bunch more really good ones as well. Now when you're doing this, be careful when you're doing this. I just did a classic mistake right here. I got carried away. So this has a blue screen to it and this has a black screen to it. That is not good. So we have to go back to the listing. This has a black screen in it. So the last thing you want to do is to use the wrong kind of screen for the item that you are selling. So make sure you find the correct one. Don't use the blue one, only use the black one. Make sure it doesn't have any logos when you're using an image. So this one looks really nice, high-tech image right here. We are going to be saving it up as well. Now let's go back to the listing. Item condition, well, this is new with tags. And does it say the same thing right here? Just make always sure that it is brand new with tags and everything else. So brand new with tags and used, yep. So if you really want to link it up in the specifications and link it up on eBay, You should go about and fill up every single one of those. Not just one, every single one of those things that you have to fill up in here. Now you might say, where do I fill them up? Well, here they are. All the specifications are right here. So you can just go and fill up every single one of them. Most of them have been already filled up for me, but if there is a few things that are missing or you want to add some extras, you can go ahead and do so. But the way I just did it, it did almost all the work for me, which is awesome. So let's go back in here and take a look at his listing. So he put a very simple listing. This is why he gets the item sold. You can kind of copy and paste, but that's not the smart thing to do. This is risking your account again. Every time you use someone else's images, you use someone else's pictures, use the same description, the more it looks similar, the more likely eventually you're gonna get in trouble. So to prevent yourself from getting in trouble, you gotta find the same identical listing. And my favorite place to find the same identical listing is, of course, to find it on Amazon. So Amazon itself is one of the best places for you to find all the specification for the listing, including the description of it as well. So let's go and do the classic copy and paste right here. Go into the listing itself. Let's change it around so the guy doesn't know we are really drop shipping from him. Might as well just change things a lot around so he doesn't find out what we're actually doing. So we're not going to be using his images because that's not being smart. We're going to be using other images we just found on the internet. Here are two that I really like, but we can find a lot more of them. The best image goes first always. So let's drag, put it in first to be the best one, and then so on. You want to add as many images as you can, but make sure they're of the correct item. The same exact screen as well. And this one looks exactly the same, so that's good. Now this one is a little dark, so we can brighten it a little bit up here and press on save. Now it looks even better. It's not amazing, but it is good, maybe even good enough. Now next thing is the standard. Go right here and get the specifications for this, and Amazon has the miniature specifications for it. Of course, you can get a lot bigger specifications somewhere else, but you want to keep this simple. But if you find something that has better description outside somewhere in it, or just a better image, and you like it more, go ahead and grab one. So this one works from Amazon as well, and maybe this has a better image that we can use from here also. Press on that. You can see this doesn't let you even copy the images right here at all. So that is what you need to use the old-fashioned desk picture tool. That's what it's for, really. Here we go. Just give one picture, and this is a more better image than the one I had. Same thing, and this was actually a stock image. Let's grab that one too, and all of those are stock images as well. Press right here. Take a screenshot, and you have to do a really nice one. So you want to make sure you're not getting the long edges here. There we go. And now let's go back to our listing right here. Pasting the specifications. Now go back in here, and we're going to be pasting the title right there. Going back and pasting the title. Change it a little bit around and say, oh, you have to say something like this or something similar to get people interested in buying this product. Just letting them know this is authentic, this is real, and it's going to be shipped fast. And to top it off, it has to look good here, so make sure you emphasize this right here. So yeah, we are emphasizing it's real, but we don't want to make such a big deal out of this. So putting it right here, fast and free shipping. Makes a difference for people who are in the United States. And if you are in the United States, put in your country as United States. If you're in Canada or a different country, make sure you find a seller who is local in the same country as you are for this to work effectively. You can go through this and change the specifications if you need to, or if anything is different. But if you need to change it, then maybe you made a mistake and you found the wrong listing, so be careful with that. When it comes to price, you want to make sure you're getting a good deal for you. So let's go and put in the 53 bucks. I'm going to be multiplying it by 0.3, my favorite number, 15 plus 53, and it's going to give me $68. So 68.9 is the price that I'm starting. If I get a few sales, that's great. If I don't, I can always put the price a little bit lower, but my margin is going to get hit every single time I go down. So you have to be careful with this. Also, quantity, always keep it at 1. Once you get a sale, you're going to put it up again. A few other things you have to do here. If you're interested, well, you can sell it as a lot. If you want to sell a few of them, I do not highly recommend against this. This is where people can actually go and rip you off. If they buy 5 of the same exact item and they want to scam you, now you get scammed for not one item, you're getting scammed for 5 different items. So that is not a smart thing to do, especially for expensive items. Now, private listing. This is what some people do. They don't want to show what items you actually sold. It makes your listing not trustworthy. Don't do it. Make a donation. This is a little bit tricky here, and the way you go about this is that you donate a certain percent of the sale and you make a little publicity about this, and you can select a nonprofit that you actually like here, and eBay does everything for you. It donates automatically from the sale price. There's a lot of different things that you can donate to. You can search here, you can find out of 34,000 different nonprofit organizations. So this is great for donation for a cause, to get extra publicity for your listing, and the percent of donation could start as low as 10 and as high as 100%. And I'm just letting you know about this feature, and it is great for you to use it for your own publicity. Sales tax, you have to do this, and it has to be in the state you're in if you're living in a taxable state and in the United States. And most states in the United States, I think, are taxing for that. And since I live in New York, it is 7% tax for anybody who buys in the state itself. Everything outside of it, I don't have to collect a sales tax for. So let's go into a few important things that you have to know. First of all, it is what kind of payment that you accept. Mine is PayPal. You can use PayPal, you can use money order, you can use other payment methods as well. PayPal is one of the best and fastest ways for you to get paid, and they check for fraud and everything else, so it makes sure the transaction is actually safe. Shipping is very important. Most people expect free shipping, so you should actually use it. And if you're going to be using a specific shipping, it will tell right on the listing itself. So you can't trick people and say, hey, 15 bucks shipping, and then change it to 40 or 30. It's not going to let you do this. Whatever price that you put in as the shipping fee, this is the price they're actually going to be charging that person when they're buying the specific item. Unless, of course, you go and set it based on destination itself. So you can do a flat rate for shipping. You can do a free shipping, which will get you a lot more people interested in the specific item. Or of course you can do shipping based on zip code. Less likely somebody's going to buy something then. Return policy, this is a biggie here. I don't actually accept returns. I don't want people to play with my item, take my item apart, damage it, and send it back to me. Now it is up to you to decide what you want to do, but I highly recommend for you to think twice and to take it over, because if you say returns are accepted, well, they might abuse it. But if, for example, no returns accepted, less likely they're going to buy from you. So if returns accepted, most likely somebody is going to buy the item, but more likely they will regret it afterwards and they will get a refund, because here's the whole problem. It's 14 days money back. You can actually go and change it and make it more than 14 days, which is kind of ridiculous, but you can actually do this. So 14 days money back guarantee. This is my return policy right here. So if you want to and really stand by your item, and you think that 30 days is good enough, or even 60 days, you can do this. So it's very likely you get a lot more people buying the product if you put 60 days money back. At the same exact time, if you put 60 days money back, they might play with it for 59 days, and on day 60 you're gonna get returns. And yes, there's gonna be people who are gonna do that exactly to you. So if you want to do money back and 60 days, here is a small thing you can actually do. You can go and charge a restocking fee, and therefore it's less likely that whoever buys this item is gonna ship this item back if there is gonna be a restocking fee to this. Also, you can say and write in the details everything about if and why you want to return this item and what is the return policy. So for example, you could say, if the item is open, taken apart, I'm going to be charging restocking fee, or I won't even be accepting this item back if it is open and used. So you can try it out and see if it's going to work for you. So that's a few things about the return policy, and if and how you should use it if you decide to do so. So this is it. This sums up this actual lecture, and see you in another one.